Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to explore the 1969 Australian 50-cent coin bearing the image of Queen Elizabeth II. Is one of those legendary pieces that collectors whisper about with awe and excitement. At first glance, it may appear to be just another silver-toned coin in the palm of your hand, yet it holds within it the energy of fortune and destiny. Minted in the late 1960s, during a time of great cultural shifts and economic changes, this coin has transcended its original value of 50 cents to become a symbol of unimaginable worth. In the world of numismatics, where rarity and history join hands, the 1969 Australian 50-cent coin shines like a hidden diamond waiting to be discovered. What makes this coin so fascinating is not just its age, but the stories and mysteries surrounding its survival. The late 1960s was a transitional period for Australia's coinage, and many pieces from that era carry a uniqueness that newer coins could never replicate. The 1969 issue is wrapped in allure because examples in exceptional condition are exceptionally rare. A flawless or near-perfect 50-cent piece from this year can capture the heart of even the most seasoned collector, igniting bidding wars that transform its modest face value into riches worth millions. The image of Queen Elizabeth II on the coin adds another layer of majesty to its appeal. Her youthful profile, sharply struck against the coin's surface, is a reminder of an era when the British Commonwealth was still deeply tied to its monarch. Owning such a coin is not just about possessing metal. It's about holding a fragment of history, a link between Australia and the crown. For collectors, this portrait combined with the coin's rarity gives it the power to command astronomical sums. To stumble upon one in pristine form is like finding a time capsule infused with royal grace. The 1969 Australian 50-cent coin also carries a subtle magic in the way it blends simplicity with power. Its design is straightforward, yet behind the ordinary lies a hidden story of scarcity and desire. Many coins from that year were heavily circulated, meaning few survived in untouched glory. Those that did are now jewels in the crown of the numismatic world. To the unknowing person, it may appear as an everyday coin, but to the collector, it is a secret key that unlocks doors to wealth beyond imagination. Imagine the thrill of finding such a coin in your collection or in a forgotten drawer. Overnight, your life could change in ways beyond comprehension. That tiny 50-cent piece could suddenly become the very thing that turns you into a millionaire or even a billionaire, because its true value lies not in what it was made for, but in what collectors are willing to pay. It is the kind of discovery that transforms ordinary people into legends, whispered about in the stories of auctions and coin fairs across the globe. The coin also represents more than material wealth. It is a symbol of destiny. To hold a 1969 Australian 50-cent piece in top condition is to hold history, art, and fortune all fused into one. It reminds us that greatness often hides in plain sight, and that fortune favors those who look closely at the details others overlook. Every shine, every detail, every preserved line of Queen Elizabeth's portrait tells a story of power and elegance that stretches far beyond money. Collectors and dreamers alike revere this coin because it embodies the idea that fortune can come from the most unexpected places. You don't need to inherit a kingdom or build an empire. Sometimes destiny can be hiding in the palm of your hand, disguised as a piece of change. The 1969 Australian 50-cent Elizabeth coin is not just currency. It is possibility, power, and promise. So if you ever come across this rare jewel, do not make the mistake of trading it away lightly. Its worth goes beyond mere silver and beyond the number stamped upon it. This coin has the ability to rewrite your future, to transform your nights into dreams of fortune and your days into a reality of wealth. It is more than a coin. It is a treasure, a legend, and perhaps the very key to unlocking the life you have always dreamed of. Would you like me to also make a cinematic treasure hunt style narration version of this? Almost like it's the opening to a documentary about lost coins and hidden fortunes? Second, the 1971 Australian 50-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is a piece that has long fascinated collectors and dreamers alike. At first glance, it may look like just another coin from everyday circulation, but its true charm lies in the mystery and rarity attached to it. When we talk about this coin, we are not just discussing 50 cents worth of metal. We are exploring a symbol of fortune, history, and unexpected wealth that could change the destiny of the one who holds it. It is not simply currency, but a hidden treasure disguised in plain sight. What makes the 1971 Australian 50-cent Elizabeth coin extraordinary is not only its age, but also the aura of scarcity and desirability it carries. Coins like this are no longer just seen as government-issued tokens. They have transformed into jewels of history. Imagine the possibility of owning a simple coin that the world suddenly realizes is a collector's dream, its value leaping from mere cents into unimaginable millions. That is the magical allure attached to the 1971 coin, a charm that turns ordinary hands into the hands of a billionaire overnight. Collectors often speak of coins as if they were portals to the past, and the 1971 50-cent piece is no different. This coin speaks of an era when designs were struck with precision and carried the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, symbolizing power, continuity, and monarchy. To many, this coin is not only a metallic disc, but also a storytelling artifact that holds within it decades of unspoken history. The more pristine the condition of this coin, the higher its magical worth becomes, like a diamond hidden among pebbles. The real excitement around this coin arises from its aura of unpredictability. Most people walk past such coins every single day, unaware of their sleeping potential. But for the fortunate individual who realizes what they have, the world transforms instantly. Overnight, you could be holding a fortune disguised as 50 cents. The rarity, the demand, and the burning passion of collectors make it a powerhouse of value. When desire meets scarcity, wealth is born. And that's exactly what makes this coin a life changer. The market for rare coins is like a secret world where treasures exchange hands, and the 1971 50-cent coin sits as a silent king among them. Each sale, each auction, each whispered rumor about its worth only fuels its legend further. If such a coin were to land in your possession, it would be wise not to let it go for mere pennies. Instead, treat it like a crown jewel, for it has the power to rewrite your story. Many have overlooked such coins, only to later realize that they missed the chance to grasp unimaginable riches. What heightens the coin's appeal is the dream it awakens in the hearts of ordinary people. For someone struggling financially, finding such a treasure can feel like fate itself stepping in with a gift. A simple 50-cent coin transforms into a symbol of hope, luck, and destiny. This is not just about collecting metal. It is about collecting dreams, and the 1971 Australian 50-cent piece is perhaps the most dazzling dream of them all. Its brilliance lies in its ability to inspire belief that fortunes can change in the blink of an eye. Imagine standing at a counter, ready to spend this coin without knowing what it's worth, only for someone to stop you and reveal that you are holding a life-changing treasure. The shock, the thrill, and the overwhelming sense of wonder would be indescribable. This is the very reason why such coins hold the imagination of collectors and ordinary people alike. They symbolize the thin line between the ordinary and the extraordinary, between struggle and success, between scarcity and abundance. In the grand story of coins, the 1971 Australian 50-cent Elizabeth coin shines like a legend. It is not just metal. It is magic frozen in time. It holds the weight of history, the sparkle of rarity, and the promise of fortune. To those who discover it, it becomes more than wealth. It becomes destiny itself. If you're lucky enough to hold this treasure in your palm, know that you're holding not just a coin, but the very key to rewriting your fortune, perhaps even becoming a billionaire overnight. Would you like me to also create a catchy script-style version of this? Something like a video narration that could instantly grab attention and sound dramatic? Third, the 1972 Australian 50-cent Elizabeth coin stands as one of those mysterious treasures that captures the imagination of collectors and dreamers alike. At first glance, it may appear like just another piece of circulating currency, but in reality, it carries a hidden aura that makes it far more than just metal in your hand. The coin itself is not simply money. It is a gateway to fortune, a symbol of rarity, and an emblem of history that holds value beyond what numbers can truly measure. Its charm comes not only from its age, but also from its scarcity and the stories whispered about its unimaginable worth in today's market. What sets the 1972 edition apart is the fact that very few were ever minted, making it a near mythical coin in Australian currency history. Imagine millions of coins being struck across different years. But in this one year, only a fraction were released, slipping quietly into circulation without fanfare. That limited presence has now transformed into a feverish demand, as collectors and investors scramble for even a single example. To hold this coin is to hold a piece of an era when mistakes, experiments, and changes in minting practices produced gems that would later stun the world. The face of Queen Elizabeth II on the coin is more than just a royal portrait. It is a seal of authority and authenticity. Yet, for collectors, it is also a reminder that even common designs can become extraordinary under the right circumstances. The kangaroo and emu on the reverse symbolize Australia's identity. But when struck in the 1972 series, they became part of a design that would eventually turn into an accidental rarity. It is this combination of national pride and unexpected scarcity that has elevated the 1972 coin into the realm of legends. For many, the dream lies not just in owning the coin, but in the transformational power it symbolizes. Imagine finding one in your old change jar, unaware of its significance, only to discover it could bring you wealth that would rewrite your destiny overnight. Stories circulate of collectors offering unimaginable sums that sound like fantasy, but in the fevered world of numismatics, such fantasies often come true. The coin is not just currency. It is a key that unlocks opportunity, the kind of treasure that movies and folklore are built around. The market for rare coins thrives on passion, competition, and desire, and the 1972 Australian 50 cent has all the ingredients to ignite such fire. Each time one appears at auction, it becomes the centerpiece, commanding attention far beyond its modest face value. The coin's beauty lies in the paradox. It was once meant for ordinary hands, yet today it is destined only for the vaults of the wealthy or the dreams of those hoping to strike it rich. The bidding wars it sparks can push its price into astronomical figures, leaving onlookers in awe of how something so small can command such mighty respect. Collectors often describe this coin as more than an object. It is an emotion, a heartbeat of history frozen in silver. Its allure is in the stories attached to it, of how it slipped quietly through circulation, unnoticed until decades later when its rarity was finally recognized. Now, with each passing year, its legend grows stronger, and its value climbs higher, making it a timeless symbol of patience rewarded and fortune rediscovered. Few coins have managed to capture such a mystique, but the 1972 50 cent is firmly cemented in that pantheon. To those who are fortunate enough to possess one, the advice is always the same. Never rush to part with it, never underestimate its potential, and never let go at a low price. It is more than a coin. It is a crown jewel that carries with it the possibility of turning an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. It is a reminder that wealth sometimes hides in plain sight, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself to those who are wise enough to recognize it. In the end, the 1972 Australian 50 cent Elizabeth coin is not just about silver, minting errors, or scarcity. It is about the dream it awakens in every collector's heart. It symbolizes hope, luck, and the thrill of chasing something that seems ordinary yet is destined for greatness. If you ever find one, hold it close, for it has the power to change your fortune overnight, transforming you from an everyday individual into someone whose story will be told in the world of rare treasures forever. Would you like me to also create a story-style narration, like a treasure hunter finding this coin and becoming rich overnight, to make it even more engaging and cinematic? The Australian 50-cent coin of 1976, bearing the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, is one of those treasures that collectors whisper about in awe. At first glance, it may appear like any other coin rattling in a change drawer, but its story is woven with rarity, prestige, and an aura of hidden fortune. What makes it so fascinating is not merely its age, but the extraordinary possibility that this coin can hold a life-changing value. For those lucky enough to stumble upon one, it becomes more than just a coin. It becomes a ticket to unimaginable wealth. Every coin tells a tale of history, and the 1976 edition whispers the voice of a nation's pride in craftsmanship. Unlike ordinary coins struck for daily transactions, certain 1976 50-cent Elizabeth coins are believed to possess striking variations, minting peculiarities and unique errors that elevate them far above face value. It is this unpredictable charm, this magnetic pull of rarity, that ignites collectors' hearts and fuels fierce bidding wars. It is not simply a coin anymore. It is a piece of destiny forged in metal. The sheer thought that a single coin in your possession could be worth millions of pennies, transforming instantly into fortunes, gives this 1976 marvel its legendary aura. Imagine holding in your hand a piece of silver-white metal that has traveled decades untouched, yet now holds the power to change your financial life overnight. This is not imagination alone. It is the very reality for those who grasp the secret of rarity and recognize the treasure before it slips away. Collectors and enthusiasts see in this coin not just currency, but a bridge between the ordinary and the extraordinary. Some coins may have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition, shimmering as though they were struck yesterday. Such flawless pieces command astronomical worth, for rarity combined with condition creates an irresistible magnet for wealth. And when whispers of minting errors or experimental strikes surround the 1976 50-cent coin, its value soars into realms most cannot fathom. The fascinating part is how easily one might overlook such a fortune. To the untrained eye, the 1976 Elizabeth 50-cent coin might seem like spare change to be spent at a corner shop. Yet, to those who know its hidden power, it is a treasure chest condensed into metal. That is why experts insist, never let go of such a coin without fully realizing its potential. The value locked within it is not just financial, it is historical, cultural, and deeply symbolic of a bygone era. Imagine the transformation. Today you may carry it unknowingly in your pocket. Tomorrow it could become the very key to rewriting your destiny. Such is the magical allure of this coin. Stories abound of people becoming overnight millionaires simply by discovering they have been holding onto this relic of unimaginable worth. It is not just about selling a coin. It is about unlocking the door to wealth hidden in plain sight. Even beyond money, there is something enchanting about possessing a 1976 Australian 50-cent Elizabeth coin. It is like owning a rare jewel that only reveals its brilliance to those who appreciate its story. To collectors, it is priceless. To dreamers, it is the stuff of miracles. The blend of rarity, history, and mystery makes it an artifact that transcends ordinary value. It is not just currency. It is a legend that grows richer with every passing year. So, if fortune ever places this coin in your hands, remember its extraordinary power. Do not treat it as mere silver or spare change. Guard it, cherish it, and recognize it for the masterpiece it is. For in that single 1976 Australian 50-cent Elizabeth coin lies a promise of wealth that can turn an ordinary life into one of luxury and abundance overnight. It is more than just money. It is destiny forged in the shimmer of history's metal. Would you like me to also create a dramatic script-style version of this, as if it's a narration for a short documentary or YouTube video? That way,